Good morning. I am 5 minutes earlier today. As always, if you're watching in recording, you're welcome to fast forward or stay with us through our hellos. And as usual lately, I'm gonna check the sound on my computer. Hopefully there's no background noise today. Let's see. So don't worry if you hear me twice. Recording, you're welcome. Okay, today no background noise. Awesome. Good morning, Ari. How are you? Oh, hi, Josh. Nice to have both of you here today. Good morning, Gina. Good morning, Jean. Nice to have you with us today. Canoe training in progress. I love them when they pass by. Such great energy. Good morning, Zazu. All right, it is time for us to start. In our last session, we explored how to deal with the pain of disconnection, rejection, loss, loneliness with self-compassion. And we did it using anger as a common example of expressing pain in challenging relationships. Today, I want to do kind of a follow-up practice, a practice of forgiveness. And over the years, we have done so many various forgiveness practices, and by now we all know that there are many approaches to it. So today I want to focus on how this topic is taught by Christopher Germer and Kristin Neff in the framework of the Mindful Self-Compassion program that we are exploring in the past month. The central point to remember is that we cannot forgive others or ourselves without first opening to the hurt that we have experienced or caused to others. To forgive others, we must first face the simple fact that we were hurt. To forgive ourselves, we must first open to guilt or shame for hurting others. As the saying goes, forgiveness is giving up all hope for a better past. I like that. Forgiveness is giving up all hope for a better past. It's worth reiterating that forgiveness doesn't mean that we condone bad behavior or resume a relationship that caused us harm. We cannot forgive anyone if we remain in a state of anxiety or fear. In other words, if we are being harmed in a relationship, we need to protect ourselves before we can forgive. Another important point is that even when the harm we experience from others feels personal and intentional, it is usually not the case. Usually it's the product of a whole host of interacting causes and conditions stretching back through time. For example, the offending persons may have partly inherited their temperament from their parents or grandparents, and their actions may have been shaped by their personal history, cultural identity, health status, current events, and so on and so forth. Therefore, they have limited knowledge and control over precisely what they say and do from one moment to the next. And this is the same for everyone, including ourselves. Again, though, forgiveness does not mean condoning behavior that hurts us. Christopher Germer and Kristin Neff identify 5 steps to forgiveness. First step is opening to pain. So we allow ourselves to relive the pain of what happened in a controlled environment, like in a meditation, for example, mentally and in the body. The second step is self-compassion. This is when we allow our hearts to melt with sympathy for the pain that we experience, no matter the causes and conditions. The third step is wisdom. This is when we begin to recognize that the situation wasn't entirely personal, but rather was the consequence of many interdependent causes and conditions. The fourth step is our intention to forgive. So may I begin to forgive myself for what I did, wittingly or unwittingly, to have caused this person's pain. Or may I begin to forgive the offending person for what they did, wittingly or unwittingly. to have caused me pain. And the fifth step requires responsibility to protect ourselves. So this is when we commit to not repeating the same mistake or to staying out of harm's way to the best of our ability. So let's do this 5-step practice together now. Take a comfortable position, and as always, take a few moments to settle in. Scan your body, notice whatever there is to notice, physically, emotionally, mentally. How are you right now, really? Allow things to be just as they are. Allow yourself to be just as you are. Let your breath be easy, natural. Observe how this natural breath flows through your body, how your body moves with the breath. And now close your eyes and think of a past relationship in which you were hurt. A relationship that was mildly to moderately disturbing, but not traumatizing. A person you are already willing to forgive, even if you're not sure how to do it yet. Choose a specific situation in that relationship with that person that brought you pain. But yet again, not a PTSD kind of pain, but a hurt that you're willing to forgive, at least in theory. Remember the details of that situation as vividly as possible. Getting in touch with your heart, feeling it in your body. See if you can gently open up to this pain. Remind yourself that it's completely natural to you for you to feel as you do. Let this pain, this hurt, to flow freely as an energy in your body without trying to control or suppress it. Fully validate the experience of being hurt in this way while trying not to get too caught up in who said or did what, but rather focusing on the direct sensations in your body. Where do you feel it the most? Your belly, your throat, your heart, maybe some other part of your body, or maybe it's a general sensation of unease. Gently start bringing self-compassion to this pain. Perhaps you can say to yourself, wow, that was hard. This was a time of great suffering for me. Or whatever you need to say. Allow your heart to melt with sympathy for this pain you're carrying, no matter what the causes and conditions might have been. Focusing on your direct sensations, the energy of this hurt in your body. Now see if you can bring some wisdom into the mix. Can you recognize or just begin to recognize that the situation wasn't entirely personal? It is very rare that people are plotting to intentionally hurt us. Most of the time it happens by chance, an unfortunate chance. Of course, it doesn't make it less painful, but see if you can begin to recognize that the situation that was hurtful to you could have been the consequence of many interdependent causes and conditions from this person's past. And remember, you are not trying to justify their behavior or minimize your hurt. Just see if you are able to take it a little bit less personally, if only for a brief moment. Now listen in deeply. Is there an intention in you to relax in forgiveness? A willingness, if not readiness? You may gently say to yourself, may I forgive, or may I begin to forgive this person for what they did, wittingly or unwittingly, to have caused me harm, to have caused me such pain. May I forgive or begin to forgive myself for getting into this situation. This is life. Hurt happens in any relationships. May I be kind to myself by relaxing into forgiveness. And finally, bring in the last component of this 5-step forgiveness practice. Your responsibility to protect yourself from the same pain in the future. And of course, by protecting yourself, I don't mean making a vow to close off your heart to any future relationship so that you never get hurt again. Not at all. It's more about committing yourself to not repeating the same mistake or to staying out of harm's way to the best of your ability. So what is this responsibility for you? Can you state it in the form of an intention? Perhaps putting a fist over your heart and covering it with the palm of the other hand in a supportive gesture. The fist here symbolizes strength, and the hand over the fist symbolizes warmth. So it carries an important message to your nervous system. The message that you care and that you are ready to protect yourself, and at the same time be open to anything that comes your way. Scan your body once again and notice how you're feeling now, physically, emotionally, mentally. Has this practice shifted anything for you? Maybe yes, maybe no. As always, it's a practice. So you may need to do it a few times before you feel relaxed in forgiveness. So whenever you're ready, gently open your eyes, and as you go through your day today, perhaps you can reflect on that a bit more, maybe do this practice again a few times and see how it works for you. Enjoy. Thank you so much for being here today. Tomorrow is Lorna's breathing practice. I will see you on Saturday. Have a beautiful day.